Here's your First Warn weather forecast first, sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
A lot of sunshine today, similar to how we ended the day yesterday as skies were continuing to clear, and that sunshine really allowed us to warm today compared to where we were yesterday. We made it to 83 in Rockford, 84 in Janesville, 81 in Freeport, only 80 degrees when we looked down toward Rochelle. Later on into the night tonight, the skies will continue to remain clear, but our next cold front pushing through well up to our north and our northwest will bring us a slight increase in cloud cover into the night tonight, but it will also bring much cooler air as we head into tomorrow morning. So overnight tonight, our temperatures drop down into the low 60s, rebounding with the sunshine tomorrow, but with that cooler air in place, only back down into the upper 70s and mid 70s for many of us during the afternoon. I'll let you know how long that cool stretch is going to last, and if we see more sunshine for the week ahead coming up in your most trusted forecast a little later.
International Overdose Awareness Day was honored by many in the state line. We go to 2 walks that remembered those lost to substance abuse. Plus, football started, kids went back to school, we're full steam ahead into fall. One apple orchard is celebrating the arrival of the season. And a beautiful day to kick off Labor Day weekend. One local village held their annual festival, hoping to bring people together this Labor Day.
From Fox 39, this is Eyewitness News at 9.
Good evening, I'm Jess Lipson. Thanks for being here and staying up after the game. A man is fighting for his life after an overnight shooting in Rockford. According to Rockford police, the victim is 26 years old and arrived at a hospital just after midnight. That was when staff notified authorities. Officials are investigating the incident. No information on the identity of the man or the location the shooting took place in. We'll continue to follow the story and bring you more information as we learn more. Today marks International Overdose Awareness Day. Events are being held across the world. They're supporting loved ones struggling with a drug addiction, remembering those lost to overdose, and just raising awareness. Blake Dietz was in Belvidere to see how Boone County is doing their part to end drug overdose.
Purple populated prairie fields in Belvidere as the community came out to honor International Overdose Awareness Day with a walk. The event is part of the Boone County Health Department's Community Outreach Advocacy and Recovery Program. Manager Adam Hartzell says drug overdose is one of their largest priorities.
It's just to really show that the impact that this epidemic has had. People think that, because we're a smaller county, smaller community, but it impacts us. At one point, Boone County had higher overdose rates than the average, than the state of Illinois, the average.
Latest data from the National Center for Health Statistics shows a decrease in nationwide overdose deaths for the first time since 2018. However, drugs like fentanyl have contributed to an increase in opioid deaths in Illinois and is the reason Rockford native Chris Shorter joined the walk.
I lost a son a little over a year ago to a drug overdose with fentanyl. 44 years old and got hooked on OxyContin, and things just got out of hand from there and turned to heroin, and he was an addict for quite a while, and it finally got him.
Narcan and information on other resources was given out, and a memory board was made for loved ones of overdose victims to write a memorial message. Shorter says making resources as easily accessible as possible can slow the crisis.
A lot of people are ODing, a lot of people are dying from this, and they don't realize it. Be aware, try to stop, get help. There's plenty of places to go for help. Your family, your friends, there's organizations, everything.
To be able to show, hey, there's help there. You're not alone. It's a phone call away, and so we want to make sure people have that understanding, that they're educated, and that it helps, lower our overdose rates. And right now we're below our state average now, which has been great.
Reporting in Belvidere for your home team, I'm Blake Dietz.
Just over the state line, another walk for Overdose Awareness Day was held. Riverside Park in Beloit was the host. There were speeches heard from family members of victims as well as those who suffered from addiction themselves. Participants created signs for loved ones who passed away from addiction and walked around the lagoon. Resources were handed out as well as an open recovery meeting held for those looking to get help. Organizers say every 7 minutes in the U.S., someone is dying from an overdose and change needs to be made.
And this day is really about honoring people in recovery and honoring those that we've lost. Our 3 recovery speakers were phenomenal. They are actually the true heroes of this event. We plan this a year in advance. It's always held on Overdose Awareness Day, and it is a place where you can feel safe. There's no stigma, there's no shame.
Families had the opportunity to make a sign for their loved one who passed away from addiction and substance abuse. Those signs were free. Apple picking season is inching closer and closer each day. One local orchard is getting in the spirit with a festival. Valley Orchard held their first fall festival of the year. The family event was headlined by apple trees ready to be picked. There was also food trucks, hay wagon rides, apple slingshots, and lots of food. Staff say it's been months of work getting the apple trees in condition to be picked.
And we start pruning the trees. Every tree gets pruned. And then after we're done pruning, we go right into just planting new trees, training new trees, maintaining the old existing trees, as well as the raspberries. And it just something we just start in January and just go all the way through the year. So it takes a lot of effort, actually, to grow apples.
Valley Orchard is located on East State Street in Cherry Valley. Over at the Pecatonica Fairgrounds was their 2024 Labor Day Festival. It kicked off with the annual ISMA Kite Day. Then their 5K took off. A fan favorite is the Bags Tournament going on all day. A full schedule of activities was set with axe throwing, a farmer's market, and a magician. The Iron Schools Motorcycle Association teamed up with the Pecatonica Labor Day Fest for the first time for Kite Day. They say even though it's all about the kids, adults can have some fun too.
Super chill, nice day. We got beautiful weather. But yeah, it's something we do for the kids, do for the community, and everybody comes out and flies some kites and has a good time. We do raffles and giveaways, and part of our deal here also, we help the kids build them and help them fly them, and obviously, typically the adults end up having as much fun as the kids. So.
The Pecatonica Sports Association was in attendance today with their dunk coach. Players, fans, even rivals could take a chance and to get their frustration out by dunking a Pecatonica coach. Updates from a war around the world between Ukraine and Russia. After the break, we take a look at how the U.S. is handling Ukrainian support.
Our temperatures warmed into the 80s today underneath a bit more sunshine than yesterday. Sunshine will be in a similar note tomorrow, but it will be a bit cooler behind an overnight cold front. I'll let you know how long that cool stretch will stick around coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Jess Lipson, Drew Collins, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Russian forces are ramping up their strikes on Ukraine following a cross-border incursion by Kyiv's troops. It comes as Biden administration faces pressure to lift restrictions on American-made long-range weapons. Fox News correspondent Stephanie Bennett has more.
Russian troops claim to have struck a weapons warehouse and airborne forces unit in Ukraine's Sumy region, while further south, officials say another missile attack killed up to 35 Ukrainian soldiers. Moscow is ramping up strikes just miles from Russia's Kursk region, while Ukraine launched a major cross-border offensive in August.
They continue to fend off the Kremlin's assaults and to inflict major losses on Russian invaders.
On Friday, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin renewed the United States' support for Kyiv during a meeting with the Ukrainian Defense Minister in Washington. The talks come as Ukraine presses the U.S. to relax restrictions on the use of American weapons inside Russia, though the Biden administration is not expected to change its policy.
The Russian air campaign that they just accelerated rather dramatically, the worst results that the Ukrainians have suffered since the war began. Yet we will not let the Ukrainians use our weapons to fire back at the Russians.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has fired the country's Air Force commander on Friday after a top pilot was killed while flying a U.S.-made F-16 fighter jet that just arrived in Ukraine.
We must strengthen ourselves and take care of people, take care of personnel, take care of all our warriors.
Zelensky says he will provide President Biden with a plan to win the war at September's UN General Assembly meeting. In London, Stephanie Bennett, Fox News.
The Rockford Public Library is encouraging people to sign up for a new library card or renew an old one with a gift. Starting September, the RPL will be handing out free T-shirts to the first 100 individuals who update their library card. This is in honor of September being Library Card Sign-Up Month. All Rockford residents are eligible for a free card. Those living outside the city are subject to an annual fee of $131. The library encourages people to pre-register and sign up online. State line temps saw lows in the 80s today and plenty of sunshine. After the break, Jordan will tell us if that sunshine will continue for the rest of the Labor Day weekend, as well as if we have any rain in sight for the week ahead.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Well, with today's high temperature of 83 degrees in Rockford, we officially ended August on an above average note. Now that equals us out to having 15 days in the month of above average temperatures and 15 days below average. Yesterday, meanwhile, was the only day that we were spot on our average high when we hit a high temperature of 80 degrees. We've seen 2.22 inches of rain at the Rockford Airport. Normally, we expect to see around 4.19, so we're about 2 inches shy for our rainfall in the month of August, and we are not going to be seeing anything in the way of rainfall here as we head through the rest of our weekend. That's because high pressure going to be taking over. We have really clear skies out behind our cold front that came through yesterday, and that is going to help to drop our temperatures back down into the evening tonight, down through the 60s and into the low 60s overnight. We do maintain at least a little bit of cloud cover as a cold front passes through the region. That cold front depicted here pretty well with our future cast showing that gradual increase in cloud cover along a pretty narrow corridor. Now that cold front, still not a whole lot of moisture to deal with, so it is going to be a dry frontal passage and dry forecast the rest of the way. It does keep our temperatures a little bit on the warmer side with that cloud cover overhead, but behind that we're talking about clear skies. And notice the wind direction as we head into tomorrow afternoon, out of the north. So we are going to be underneath a cooler breeze, which may keep our temperatures a little bit on the lower side. Around 10 degrees actually a difference from yesterday to today in some spots. Not quite as significant for most, but at least a significant feel of the difference from today going into tomorrow. Now that northerly wind sticks with us as we head into the later part of the couple of nights and also keeps a really cool forecast in place as we head through the holiday. We're also not going to be dealing with much in the way of moisture. As I mentioned, not much moisture with that cold frontal passage. This map showing our precipitable water, which is just how much moisture there is in a vertical column of air. Notice a lot of these darker colors well down to our south behind yesterday's cold front. Today, though, that cold front clears us out and really brings in that dry air. That sticks with us through the middle of the week, keeping our rain chances really, really few and far between. It also brings in a cooler air mass as we head through the weekend. 76 degrees on Sunday, 75 on Monday for those afternoon highs, both overnight lows down around 50 degrees. I would not be surprised at all to see a few of those spots down into the low 50s and upper 40s. We're also going to be really dry. The Weather Prediction Center forecasting no rainfall anywhere near us over the next 3 days and likely for a little bit longer as well, as our upper level pattern continuing to support really, really calm and comfortable conditions until we get toward the end of the week and going into next weekend. That's when our upper level low begins to work its way back into the region. This map showing us all of those wind speeds and really depicting very well where this trough is, and that is going to bring us our next rain chances, but not until we get into the end of next week. So in the shorter term, things are still really cool and really comfortable, as well as dry and sunny. 76 on Sunday, 75 on Monday, back up to 77 Tuesday, and then low 80s as we start to get a little bit more of that warmth building back in. But once that trough passes, it's back down to those cool temperatures into the low 70s next weekend.
Thanks, Jordan. Drew's in next with sports. It was an action-packed game for the Northern Illinois Huskies season opener, and we'll see if the Cubs can keep the positive momentum moving in Washington.
Now sports with Drew Collins.
Ladies and gentlemen, college football is so back. NIU hosted WIU to open the season, and just like the hot weather, NIU was on fire. Buckle your seatbelts because it is about to get action-packed in Huskies Stadium. Caleb Hampton, he's going to sell the play action here and roll out to his left where he finds the hometown kid Dane Partridge. What a special way to start the season. Looking to extend the lead, Hampton's going to throw over the middle and a wide open Cam Thompson with a great snag for the Huskies. Nice little celebration there. Hampton under center. It's an end around to the speedy Trayvon Rudolph. Once he gets to that edge, it is over. He turns on the Jets for the 60-yard touchdown, does a track finish, and a little dance. NIU now leads 20-3 early. Did I happen to mention speed already? Here's a pretty looking option toss to Kajon Pimpkin for the 11-yard tutty. If you haven't noticed, I was a touchdown magnet for the players today. We've seen the ground game, but now let's take another look at the junior quarterback, Ethan Hampton. He has all day to throw and finds the fastest man in Illinois. Trayvon Rudolph takes his 43 yards back to the end zone. Nobody could stop him today. He had over 170 total yards today and 2 touchdowns. NIU leads 34-3 going into half. Third quarter action. Can anyone guess where this is going? Jalen Pohl cuts it back to the right and finds me in the end zone. By the way, Jalen is a freshman, so keep your eye out for him. And Ethan Hampton gives the stamp of approval to the Fox 39 viewers. Speaking of Ethan, he had about as perfect of a game that you can have from your quarterback. He went 18 for 20 for over 300 yards and a total of 5 touchdowns. The Huskies finished the game with a 50-burger. They cruise 54-15. 69,000 fans packed Kiddick Stadium for Week 1 in Iowa. The Hawkeyes hosted Illinois State. After a slow start, Cade McNamara finds Reese Vanderzee for 6. Here's a McNamara rolling out to his right, plants his feet and slings it for Jacob Gill for another touchdown. First play of the fourth quarter coming up. Iowa leads big. More play action. McNamara high points the football and Reese Vanderzee snatches the alley-oop. The 25th ranked Hawkeyes shut out the Redbirds 40-0 at home. After sweeping the Pirates, the Cubs plan to keep the win streak going. Nationals host the Cubs in the second game of their weekend series. Javier Assad would give up a few runs, including this homer to Andre Shapiro. Mr. Swanson's up to the plate, pulls this beauty down the left field line. Cubs would now lead 4-3 in the 7th. Bethancourt would Goff swing this one and assume it to be called foul, but the catcher tags him and tries to get the double play ball, but overthrows it. That would bring Nico Horner home. The Cubs win 5-3. They are now 4 games over 500 at 70-66. And that's sports. We'll be right back.
The First Warn Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Glass, and we're continuing to show our skies remaining clear into the rest of the evening tonight. We do have a few clouds that will pass after midnight as a cold front passes through the region. That will not impact us much in the way of anything else outside of a little bit of cloud cover. We stayed dry through the night tonight, but it does bring us a little bit of a cooler air mass as we head into the second half of our holiday weekend. Temperatures tomorrow only rebound into the mid-70s, and that's a similar picture as what we head into Monday as well. Climbing back near 80 degrees on Wednesday. Rain chances Thursday, but a cooler weekend ahead.
That's our show. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.